4? Okay, I'll read fast. Good evening, board members, and happy Valentine's Day. My name is Bill Delaney, and I've been a social studies teacher at
Mr. Delaney, if you could just give your name and address.
Bill Delaney. I live in South Windsor.
Right, but
I'm
you're a teacher, so you can
JFK,
use that
right?
address. Yep.
I'm also vice president of the Enfield Teachers Association. When I attended these meetings, I advocate for students and teachers, clarify misconceptions about the teaching profession and teachers' unions, and try to speak in a thoughtful way to find common ground in these unnecessarily politically charged meetings. Far too often in this room, and by extension, social media, our teachers, administrators, board members, central office staff, and even our students are attacked by people whose ambitions are not driven by the best interests of kids in Enfield, our students, but by political ideology and radical conspiracy theories which mock any sort of rational thought or reasoned judgment. Teachers, administrators, and community members pay close attention to this, Madam Chair, and we are grateful for your leadership. You have handled these meetings, some of which have gone sideways with bad behavior, with dignity and grace. You have built bridges with the minority party on the board and have established relationships with community members who do not agree with some of the decisions made here. The same goes for you, Mr. Drezek. Of course, we don't always agree, but you have faced the future of education in Enfield with courage, trust, and honesty. Even amongst the most virulent and, let's just say, off-kilter critics, you maintain professionalism and sustain expertise. Both of you are here for the right reasons, to promote the safety, general welfare, and education of the children of Enfield. So I come here tonight to give both of you a sincere thank you for your focus, your leadership, and for not getting distracted by those trying to malign your records, misrepresent your intentions, and impede the important work ahead. Board members, please don't take the bait. The attacks on our school system comes from a small disgruntled political caucus that does not know the first thing about educating kids in 2023. They try to vilify us because they have indeed been indoctrinated to automatically oppose teachers' unions and the important work we do. They discount and disrespect educator and administrator professional knowledge and judgment. And their dim view of America conveys fear of the future progress toward a more inclusive country. This cuts against their idealized nostalgia, which romanticizes 1950s Americana. You know, back when things were great. This political or personal obsession to demean and discredit the superintendent and the chairwoman is being orchestrated by a former teacher for the Enfield Public Schools who claims to be an expert on education. He is unaware that this is not the same profession as the one from which he comfortably retired over a decade ago. His web of misinformation, whether it be purposeful or not, is hard to take. And the irony of this individual is so rich. He now tries to tear down the profession, using his microphone and social media to rally against teacher tenure, ability to negotiate a contract in good faith, our working conditions, and teacher salaries. This individual reaped the rewards from all of these things. But now, according to him, teachers don't deserve any of it. And unfortunately, he is trying to indoctrinate some of you to his viewpoint, even going so far as saying that he no longer wants to hear what is going on in the schools at Board of Education meetings. He is a former teacher and a former Board of Ed member, and he doesn't want to hear about what's going on in the schools. Also, do not be influenced by the brave YouTubers who are trying their hand at teaching remotely and what can only be described as a bad Saturday Night Live sketch. This bunch will say anything, but truth and civility are not part of the narrative. Members of this board, this phony outrage is not about kids. It's about grievance, political extremism, and control. Please don't allow this to affect your judgment on what is truly important. Our schools, the people who inhabit them every day,
Delaney,
and how best to serve student needs. Vote for this budget.
Thank you, Mr. Delaney.